Hello everybody, this is another video on my channel. It is I, Kit, coming at you live in my office with new hair, because I dyed it recently this week. Yeah. Ugh. So, today's video is I'm going to be showing you, not all of them, because some of them are in storage, and I have two of them that are in my office at work. So I'm going to be showing off my, based off the title, my Disney stuffed animals. Yeah. Okay, I'm a Disney adult. I'm pretty crazy and cringe and whatever. I don't care. That's a flaw of mine. I take it in. That's how I am. I was raised growing up loving Disney, and so I still love Disney to this day. I recognize its flaws though. So I'm not like just obsessively in love with it without any sort of like critical thinking about Disney itself, its past materials, so on and so forth. I'm gonna start my Disney collection with the ones that are the oldest ones here. So I have two of them that predate me. I was born in 1996. The two that I have are like 70s and 80s Mickey Mouse plushes. So I'll show those off first, and then I'll go a little like newer as it progresses on in the video. So, we got this Mickey Mouse here. This one I bought at thrift store antique mall in Berlin, Ohio. Literally before everything shut down for COVID. So he has his tag here. Hold on, let me show you. Right there. I bought them for $5. I don't think these sell too much because they're not like rare, but I'm not gonna sell any of my stuffed animals anyways. But yeah, he had a small little tear on his head. I had to fix it myself, which was my first time fixing a stuffed animal, like sewing them together. But he is like 1980s, I believe, made in Korea. Yeah. So the next stuffed animal I have is this Pluto. I believe he's either 1970 or 1980s. I purchased him in Columbus, Ohio at this cool store called Big Fun. It's along like the Short North District. If you're from the area, I would recommend it completely. I don't think I spent too much on him. I think it was maybe like $10, and like these sell for probably like $20 because again, these probably aren't super rare. But again, I'm not selling my stuffed animals. But yeah, I really love him. He's a little derpy because his head kind of goes to the side. But yeah, I got him about 2 years ago. I really love him. Now the next part of my collection would be like the 90s ones. So I have two 90s ones in my office. One of them is like this 1994 Sears sold like Winnie the Pooh stuffed animals. And it's Winnie the Pooh with like a little musical note on his shirt where you would press on it and then like music would play. The music doesn't play anymore. The other one is the Simba from like 1994, I think, where like it's the Simba and Nala where they would kiss. I don't have the Nala, I have the Simba. The Winnie the Pooh one I've had since I was a child. The Simba I found at an antique mall in Springfield, Ohio. I think it's called like Big Heart, Ohio, or something like that. I don't remember the name of it, but I go there a lot. I really like the place. But yeah, those are the two that I don't have currently with me, but they're my collection technically, but they're in my office. So these ones on my lap are the 90s ones, so let's get on that one. So the oldest one that's here that aren't the 70s and 80s ones, but the oldest ones that I've owned is this one, this Piglet. I've owned this Piglet. I've owned this Piglet since the day I was born in 1996. He's seen some better days. My cat's on my desk. Like I said, I've owned him since 1996, and he does not look great. He has lost a lot of his color. He's not nearly as bright pink anymore. This one, it just means a whole lot to me because this is the first stuffed animal I ever got in my entire life, and I really love Piglet. Piglet is just like my favorite character. He's small and anxious. I'm small and anxious. It just really works. So obviously that's the one I've had the longest. The next one is this bear from Bear in the Big Blue House. He still has his tags on. Hold on, let me show you. So like here and here. Making sure making sure you get a good look. So, Bear on the Big Blue House was part of my childhood. I grew up watching the show every single morning. And I believe this is like obviously a 90s version because Bear came out in the 90s and continued on until I think the early 2000s. But I got him in 2020 as like a graduation present from college. Um, my mom bought him for me because I love Bear in the Big Blue House and I love Disney. So I don't know how much he sells for, especially with tags for him, but I don't care about the value of that. He means a lot to me, so that's that. And the last like 90s styled. Oh wait, I have another one that's probably older. Shoot, I'm getting like sidetracked on the things, but the last one's on my lap that's like 90s is this Prince John Robin Hood. He also has his tags on. There you go. I bought him off Etsy a couple years ago because I saw him on this Etsy shop, and Prince John's my favorite Disney villain. He's just so great, and he looks so derpy here, and so yeah. Um, I got so sidetracked that I completely forgot. And so I also have this one right here. This is Roger Rabbit from Who Framed Roger Rabbit, which came out in like 1989, I believe. Oh no, Roger, your bow. To fix that, your bow. Oh, your bow's coming off. I have to fix that completely. I didn't even notice that until just now. Wow, that's actually kind of sad. I'll have to fix that. But so he has his tags on him. There's his tags right there, and then he also has like the applause tag still in there. I think he's from like 1980. Where's it at on here? I don't see it, but I believe it's probably like 1980 something because Roger Rabbit came out in the like the late 80s, early 90s. Minus the bow on him that's falling apart that I have to fix. He was fine. I also got him at like that same antique mall that I got Simba at. So yeah, there's my Roger Rabbit. I have to fix him. I'm so sorry. So after those older ones comes like the newer ones to relating to like stuff that I got. I would say at least in the year 2000 ish, like 2000 to like the 2010s, 2020s, if that makes sense. So we're gonna go. Wait a moment. I got this mini. I don't remember the year. It was probably like 2007, something along those lines. I was in elementary school. My grandma took my sister and I to Disney for the first time, and I was like waiting with my grandma because my sister went on Space Mountain with my grandpa, and I didn't like roller coaster, so I didn't want to get on it. So we were just walking around the gift shop, and my grandma's like, "Do you want to pick something out?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I found Minnie. I really like Minnie, so I picked her up. Given the fact that she's really, really old, and I shouldn't say really, really old because like there's older ones in my pile, but given the fact that she's more than 10 years old, she looks really good. And I think it's because she kind of like stayed in a storage unit for most of her life, so I'm giving her some free space now. Yeah. Now I believe I have just two more that are in storage of Disney stuffed animals that are around like the 2000s, 10s ish times, like early 2000s to like 2010 specifically. The ones like early 2000s is like this piglet that I found at like Walmart that I wanted as a kid. My mom bought it for me. I kept the piglet. I was really excited because I love Piglet. The other one is this Goofy that I got when I went to Disney again with my entire family on my mom's side because we were celebrating my grandparents' anniversary. So we went to Disney. My sister and I, we went to like this discount Disney store at Disney Springs, but they called it Downtown Disney. I believe that's where it was at. I really don't remember where we went. All of a sudden, we were just like at this like really cheap buying souvenir stuff that were Disney stuff, but like they were no longer like in use. So I don't know where we were. I was like, I don't know, we're young, but this was 2010. I shouldn't say young because I was like middle school, but anyways, so I got this Goofy, and I got Goofy to sign the Goofy plush. I was really excited. But yeah, those are the ones that aren't in my pile. They're not out here. They're still in storage. I think those are the only two. I don't think I have any more Disney after that. So what else is in this video is what else I have. So unless I get more in the future. So this is now what is considered older to newer. So I got this Bigfoot Sully. When I went to Disney I've gone to Disney a lot. So I went to Disney in 2017, and I bought him at Epcot. Um, I went to Disney on spring break with my friends, and one of my friends turned from being a friend to a boyfriend on that specific trip. So, that was really fun. I was in college during this time, so we might have did some drinking, and by that it was just, hey, you guys want to try this like plum wine from Epcot? We're really crazy kids. But I bought the Sully. I really like Sully. Monsters Inc. is my favorite Pixar movie. No one can change my mind about that. But yeah, my Bigfoot Sully. I think if timeline is going correct so far, I'm correct on what's next. So I bought this Ahsoka Tano. Yeah, she's Star Wars, but technically she's Disney. I have Build-A-Bears that are Star Wars, but decided to keep them out of it to put them in a different video for like the Build-A-Bear video that I'm going to be doing in the future. But this is Ahsoka Tano. I bought off Etsy. Really love this Ahsoka Tano. It's really made nicely. You can just like move her arms around and her legs. Yeah, but yeah, yeah. So the next six stuffed animals all came from the same trip. I went to Disney again. It was the last trip I went. So the one in 2017, I went to Disney. I got a boyfriend out of it. I went in 2017. I got proposed to. And then I went in 2021, last year, and I was up there for my honeymoon. So these were the ones that we got on these are the ones that were purchased on the honeymoon trip. Um, and if we do another like Florida trip, we're gonna take a break from Disney and probably like go to Universal or something because we both never been to Universal. But yeah, these ones are all from the 2021 honeymoon Disney trip. So two of these stuffed animals, not the ones that are on my lap. Well, one of them is, but two of them are technically not mine. They're my partner's. So I will let you know which ones is theirs. So this is the one that's my husband's. This is theirs. This is Sorcerer Mickey. We found this at Walmart near our hotel. Picked him up, and then this is the one I picked up at that same Walmart. Just regular Mickey. We thought they were really cool, so they probably weren't really expensive. I don't remember how much they were. We had like a lot of money from our honeymoon because people give you money when you get married and gift cards and stuff like that. So yeah, so these are these guys. Uh, the next one after that is this Bigfoot Dumbo. Um, got him at Animal Kingdom. Really, really loved him. It's kind of funny because when I came back from Disney, my sister was all like, "Oh, we have the same Dumbo," and then my mom's friend bought her this exact same Dumbo when she went to Florida. So like now, my mom, my sister, and I, we all have the exact same Dumbo, which I think is funny. I really love him. Dumbo is super duper cute. Um, yeah, so soft. All right, going back to Star Wars and striking the fact that I thought it was just two stuffed animals. It's actually three stuffed animals that are my partners. I forgot and I got them. So at Hollywood Studios, they obviously have like Galaxy's Edge and all the Star Wars stuff. So I found Rey and I picked up Rey. I got really excited. I bought her. I carried her around all day. It was really fun. So I got Rey. The other one I ended up buying the exact same day, but at the gift store Galaxy Post, I think is what it's called at Disney Springs. I got Leia because you can't not have Leia. She is queen, even though she's princess, but she's queen. And then my partner, they got Boba Fett because they really like Boba Fett, and it works. Now this one is the last one that is my partner's. So before, actually no, we saw the movie after we came back. So before we went on our honeymoon, we hadn't saw the movie. We didn't. We haven't. Oh my god, English. So before our trip, we had not watched the movie Luca, but like Luca merch was everywhere at Disney at this time. So we saw this boy. Look at this boy. Machiavelli is like I think probably the best Disney cat in any franchise. You can fight me on that. I will stand by that. But yeah, my partner, they bought Machiavelli. And then of course when we came back from Disney, we sat down, we watched the movie, and Machiavelli was just like sitting there on the couch just staring at the screen. And it was a good movie. I really like Luca. I really like Luca. Okay, and this is my last stuffed animal. I purchased this one the beginning of the year. I was going through a very rough, emotional, depressive time that I could go through and explain further, but that's gonna just add on more to the video than what I need to add on. So I'm just gonna say, like, depression was hitting me hard. It was just a bad time at the beginning of the month, not beginning of the month, beginning of the year. And so I still had Disney gift cards left from our honeymoon, and I said, hey, we're not using these. Can I buy this weighted Mickey? And my partner, they were like, yeah, absolutely. You're going through a rough time. Go for it. And I bought him. He arrived. I was so excited. I take him everywhere basically. When I go to work, he sits on my desk. I went to a convention in the beginning of the year too, and he came with me to the convention. When I go to family functions, he comes with me to the car. I usually leave him in the car, so then when I leave the function, I can just grab him and just like decompress with him. So yeah, I highly recommend if you have like really severe anxiety, depression, to get yourself a weighted stuffed animal. These ones are kind of expensive. I would not have bought him if I did not have the gift cards left over. But I think there are some cheaper ones on Disney's websites, at the Disney stores, and like at Disney itself. Or look into like on Amazon, like and Target, like their weighted stuffed animals. But yeah, I highly recommend weighted stuffed animals if you need them for your mental health. Like 100%, he's a lifesaver for me. Um, I'm gonna wrap up this video now. I really wasn't originally gonna plan to do a video today, but I got the place to myself right now. So yeah. Look forward to a video on Sunday. Because I'm gonna be doing a story time on Sunday and posting it at some point. So yeah, look forward to that. It's gonna be, I'll give you a little spoiler for it. It's about an instance where I almost died. Not a clickbait thing. It actually almost happened. So that's coming on Sunday. Look forward to that. And have yourself a great day. Yeah. Do. I don't know what I'm doing.